Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isles Zoo, and I'm just chilling here on some stone. If you guys did not catch it last week, I didn't make an episode. I'm sorry. I failed you. But I did do a live stream, okay? We did a, what was it, like 4.5, 5, 6 hour live? I don't remember. The hours blur together because we did a big live stream, and I was working on landscaping the entire time, and I'm standing on some of it right now. We didn't quite finish, but we did get all of this, okay? So we got the big hunk of land right there. We got a big hunk of land that I'm standing on. We got a big hunk of land right over there. And then we got a big hunk of land right over there, okay? And then we got a whole bunch of stuff outlined. So quick recap, just fly straight up into the sky real quick, like Superman just taking off from the ground. And you can see we got all the stonework done here. It's just kind of nuts, okay? And then if you look at this line of stone that goes around the outside, oh, there's also this little island right over here that we got finished as well. But if you look at the stonework that goes along the outside of the zoo, it's probably easier just to pull up the map. The stonework that goes along the outside of like the grass, we got that all in place. That's the cliff edge that's going to go around this entire island. Okay, so there's still a lot to do. In fact, keep an eye on the community announcements because good chance that like tomorrow we're going to be back here on another live stream. So much to do. But if you look at this right here, this stone line that goes around the grass is where the cliff edge is going to be for the entire island. Okay, so this all has to be raised up, custom terrain like this right here. It's going to be insane when this is done. I have to get all the vegetation in here. There's still so much to do. It's just ridiculous. Some could even say it's redonkulous. Oh, we also got the other hot spring put in. I forgot about that. The path that leads over to where the polar bears are, we didn't quite finish, but we did finish the bridge that leads across. It goes over this hot spring, you know? Watch your step. You don't want to fall in. We do have a giraffe in there already, because while I was doing the live stream, one of the guys on the server actually put that in there, and that's Elizabeth. And I guess she's just chilling, all right? And I think they're breeding up reindeer, too. I don't really know how many are over there now. Rudolph keeps escaping, and I just saw him trying to jump out there, which makes me nervous. Yeah, I don't know how many reindeer we have now. It's just kind of nuts. I don't know. People were over here. They're playing tag. They're doing all sorts of stuff, killing each other. It was kind of nuts, that live stream. But we did get a lot of stuff done, including this part right here. Now, my hidey hole is actually back here. That's where I get to my hidey hole. But right here, this cave entrance here, or exit rather, is where the bridge leading to the other island is going to have to be. I think it's going to be the focal point in today's episode. The upside down giraffes are still just hanging around up there. Upside down. But I think that's where the main bulk of today's episode is going to be. But before we get to that, a couple weeks ago, you guys put a bunch of name suggestions in the comment section for the different giraffes. All right, now I'm going to put 2 more in there. So I picked out 2 names, and I think you guys are going to like them. Okay, for the first giraffe name, we're going to name this one Half Court. All right, now Half Court was the name of a mutated giraffe in the Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But apparently never appeared in any kind of media. It was just an action figure. So if you're looking for it, Google it. Kind of looks a little scary, not going to lie. I kind of freaked out a little bit when I saw it. But hey, it is a giraffe, so we're going to name this one Half Court. And thank you to Jorn Connings and Peter for both suggesting that. And for the next one, we are going to name this one Kaku. And apparently that is a character in One Piece. I have not seen that yet. I heard they made a live-action adaptation of it, and it's been getting pretty good reception. You know, a lot of people have been giving it pretty good praise, so I'm kind of interested in checking that out. Lane Bush and King Venomous Dark both suggested that, so thank you, two, for both suggesting that name. All right, so we are here at the giraffe exhibit. Let's go ahead and hop on in here, and we're going to grab a Half Court, and we're going to put this one down first. So Half Court, you can go right there. Bink. Welcome to the Lost Isles. Boyam, there you go. Wow, you are really tall. I mean, you're a giraffe, so it's to be expected. But the next one is going to be Kaku, and Kaku is going to go, let's put him over right here. All right, Boyam, there you go. Kaku, welcome to the Lost Isles. Hopefully you guys don't mind me being this close to you guys, because you could probably trample me. But there, and then we got Elizabeth back there. So yeah, we got our giraffes. We got our giraffes added. All right, on to the building. All right, so here we are over near the water's edge here. Now, this is where the bridge is going to go. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a trick because it's not exactly a 90-degree bridge, is it? It's Not exactly a 45-degree bridge, is it? In fact, it's really a mixture of a couple of them. So this is going to connect to this body of land right here, and then it's going to go from here probably to there, and then from there probably over to there. So the bridge is going to kind of zigzag a little bit. It's going to be multiple bridges, actually. So we're going to be bridging the islands today. That might even be the name of the episode. I don't know. But we got to get rid of these rose bushes because they are in the way. In fact, this whole island setup here with it still being a rose field is just not going to fly, yo. So we're going to need to change that up. Looks like the biome is different right there. So this is the only rose field. But even that's not the right biome. None of that's the right biome. We're gonna have to change up all of that over there too. But that's a future GReimer issue. Screw that guy. He's gonna figure that out later. But for these two little islands here, I think we gotta change the biome up a little bit. And for that, I gotta need to put down a ridiculous amount of stone, which I have on me right now. But I can probably go grab more because Maddie is such a kind person and she collected a whole bunch for me. In fact, several people have collected some stone for me on the server, so thank you guys for that. But I really should be getting to taking a power nap because that sun is setting. Looks majestic. I know the most majestic thing here is the goat. But I gotta be sleeping because creepers be creeping, and you know what they be. And as the sun rises over the volcano, we get back to work. Alright, so we gotta get rid of all of these rose bushes here and basically get rid of all of it. And then we gotta, this doesn't really have much of a beach, does it? I don't really care that it doesn't have much of a beach, but we have to fix this up and we have to change it basically all to stone for right now. I will go back through and then, we can probably put a couple bits of sand in here too. I might have to go grab some of that, but I will go back through and, put the grass on top of it after this, but for right now we gotta dial this up a little bit. Now I also have to think for a second because the bridge is going to be connecting from right there to basically right here, and I can't just build a steep cliff edge here, otherwise I'm going to have an issue. I'd have an issue where I'd have to fix it the same way that we fixed it over here. Fly over here real fast. I gotta do so much more building on the terrain on here. It's just insane. Right here we had a cliff that we had a path that we had to get down, and so we fixed it by smashing our face into it at Mach 10, and then we had a path that kind of zigzagged down the face of the cliff like so. Now I don't really want to do that to get like over to the main part of the other island. I think that'd be kind of not very cool. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the stone relatively low here, and it might build up a little bit, but we can always like carve it down where the path is going a little. And it's got to go over here, so maybe have it like on this side of the island, have it be a little bit shallower, and then have the rocks kind of jut up here and have like a little short cliff kind of jutting off here. That actually makes a lot of sense in my head. I know it probably doesn't make sense to you guys right now. Hold on, I will show you. It's going to look like this, okay? It will look something kind of like this. All right, I just fell off the edge there. I forgot, I missed a hole. Oh my gosh, my holes are showing. All right, let's fill that in real quick. It'll look something kind of like this. Okay, I got this whole thing done. Took a lot of time. A lot of time, people. This isn't a short process by any means to do this. We're talking like a good 40 minutes or so. But all right, we got this land put in here. Now I kept this area right here flat on this edge, and it's hilly on the other side. It's kind of what I was trying to explain, but I was stuttering my way through it, and it wasn't making any kind of cohesive sense. But this is what I meant right here. So this is where the path is going to go. Still have to add that, of course. And then right here, it's going to connect to a smaller bridge. It's going to connect right over to there, and then that one's going to connect to the main island over there. And that's it looks like what, 3 bridges? The 3 bridges of the Lost Isles. That could be also the title of the episode. Who knows what the title is going to be? It's probably going to be something like Upside Down Giraffes or something. But all right, so now I have to do the same exact treatment that I just gave that island to this one over here. But I got to think about this a little bit because I'm going to have the path connect and then curve and go that way right away. So I can have it higher on this side, just a wee bit. Nothing crazy like what what this one is right here. But I can raise it up a little bit on this side, and then yeah, that should work. That should work just fine. Okay, this island has gotten the royal treatment now, and it is looking all right. I mean, it's just a whole lot of stone, so there's really not much to it. But I think I covered up all my holes this time. So, all right, so the path is going to come through here, across here, cut in here, and then it's going to go right across to one final bridge right here. Now, there is one last little bit that I have to do, and that's actually over here on the volcano area, which is kind of crazy because this is actually, aside from coming over here to capture some giraffes and clear out other animals and stuff, this is actually the first time in the series that we actually are over here on the volcanic island. We're in volcanic plains right now. That's pretty crazy. All right, so I need to jazz up this area right here to be accepting and receiving of the bridge that's going to be coming across here. So I'm just going to do this front face right here. I'm not going to do the whole island or peninsula or anything like that, because it is on a little bit of a peninsula. If you look at it kind of right here, there's like this little nub right sticking out right here. I'm just going to do the front face of it right here so that we can get the bridge connected. In this episode, there's so much to do, so much landscaping. This entire island is going to have to be redone too, just like this one was over here. But you know what? You know what, people? It's going to look cool. Nothing fancy here, but we do have a bunch of stone put down now. Let's look at the map here real quick. Okay, so we basically encased these islands completely in stone so far. And that actually has taken, and I'm looking at the clock right now, about an hour and 5 minutes to do all of these. But as you know, it's going to be worth it. You can actually see where the path is going to go here, which I think is kind of cool. But now comes the fun part, all right? So this is just like the very front part of the volcanic island. I haven't really gotten very far into it. Now comes the fun part. I don't want to leave these islands barren, so you know what? We'll save that for later. I was going to do the foliage right now, but we'll save that for later. Let's actually focus on the bridges themselves, and for that, I'm going to need a buttload of stone bricks. We're going to start off with stone bricks, and then we're going to obviously add a whole lot more texture and detail to it. This zoo is starting to look a little cramped, actually. There's a lot of hills and rocks in the way, but you know what? It's going to look cool in the end. But let's go grab some stone bricks, and then we're going to get to building. Ah, my ankles. Now, I have a visitor. Yes, right here, you. The zoo is closed. Would you please get out of here? Thanks a bunch. Okay, I got a bunch of stone bricks. I've got a bunch of mossy stone bricks. I actually have some cracked stone bricks. So we've got some detailing pieces that we got here that we can work with. But for right now, I'm just going to work with regular good old-fashioned stone bricks. And we have to come up with a kind of a rough design as to how this is going to look. Actually, you know what I should start with is just regular stone. And what we should do is go across the top here and mark out where the walkway actually is, the pathway. Now, this right here is at Y64, and this over here, if I fly over here and smash my face into the rock, is at Y65. All right, so the bridge actually is going to have to go up a block along the way. So I'm going to basically draw the straightest-ish kind of line I can right to that, and then we're going to have an elevation change of 1 going up. So, all right, here we go. It's a kind of a straight line. I guess it doesn't have to be perfect. This is supposed to look kind of like a broken down temple bridge kind of thing. There was a couple of ideas I had bouncing around my head as to what to make this bridge out of. I could have done a suspension bridge, which would have looked kind of cool, I guess. But I decided to go with what we're doing over at the docks, where I was going to make it a solid stone brick bridge. I might regret that later, but we're going to go with it, okay? So now what I got to do is I got to widen this just a little bit. So I'm going to go through and add a layer of stone on either side of it. So we actually have a walkway leading across this. And then I'm going to outline it with stone bricks. Now this is going to take a little while, so there's going to be a little bit of a jump cut here. But hopefully this looks good in the end. Okay, it is nothing fancy, but it is exactly what I described it. It's just the path leading across has been widened a little bit, and it's got stone bricks on either side of it. Don't mind the rotten chunks there. That was just some locals that tripped and fell into the water. I do have to pretty up this just a little bit, but this is kind of the basic. I also have to detail this also quite a bit. There's some more locals in the area too that if they come over here, they might trip too. But yeah, this this is the bare bone basics of the bridge so far. I have to add another one of these over on the other side here. Actually, 2 more of these over on the other side here. One connecting to that island, but it's going to be much smaller. Oh my gosh, my holes are showing. Let me just hop over here. Just kind of quickly plug that up. All right, there we go. Add a bridge connecting to that right there. Same style as over there. And then the same one over here as well. Now, this might look really gray and boring, but I'm not done yet, all right? So just trust the process. It's going to look good. Okay, the 3 bridges have been added. The land masses are officially connected. So if we look at the map here, we actually have a path leading all the way across. How cool is that, all right? So this is, I mean, it looks pretty weird on the map, but I mean, it is supposed to be a bridge leading over there, and it kind of pulls that off. Now, I need to pretty up the land here in between. I want to actually add like path blocks and stuff to really make it kind of sell it as a walking path going across here. People probably won't even really realize that this is a bridge connecting it because it is connected all the way to the ground, so it kind of isn't really. It's more like a straight or I don't know, it's a road in the water. But now, the next thing I want to do is I want to add kind of like guardrails on the side. Not entirely. In fact, the best way I can describe it is to show you the crabs, which, by the way, in case you guys were wondering, in case you guys missed the live stream, the first thing that we did in that live stream is we added a jukebox to the crab exhibit so that the crabs can get the rave on, all right? Now, I have noticed that they have gotten out sometimes, so I want to just take a peek around and make sure that we don't have a crab sunk at the bottom of the ocean. Is this an orca in here? That's an orca in there. Okay, never mind. So I think we're good. I think all the crabs are still in there. But check this out, all right? We got... we like to hug the gate here, too. So we got snapper right here, but we got all these crabs in here just chilling and relaxing, you know? You can see them here, but check this out. Get your rave on, people. They're dancing crabs. They're just partying. They're just having a good time. So yeah, they're just having a great old time. So the crabs seem to enjoy that, but we did get the jukebox added in there. So party on, Garth. All right, so that's what we're gonna do though for. No, that's not what we're gonna do. But this walkway over here, though, I don't think the horseshoe crabs are jamming out by any means. But right here, this kind of like broken down kind of like edge here is what I'm planning on doing, maybe with a couple of half slabs mixed into it. So I don't want to do a fully safe rail on the edge of these things. I do just want to put like make it look like a ruin, you know. I just tried to fly with a chicken. It just happened, people. Mark it on the calendar. Okay, something kind of like this. This is what I was trying to iterate, but I probably screwed that up too. All right, so we got like kind of like pathways-ish, or we got like guardrails-ish. Obviously, these aren't going to stop anybody from falling off the edge, and I'm going to have to go back through these as well when I'm adding the details here in a little bit, and try to actually lower some of this down, like make it cracked stone bricks around the edge of it, which I guess is really my next step. Yeah, I'm going to go do that real quick. It's a small detail, but you know what? I think it adds a lot of character to the bridge. All right, so some of the pathways along the side here are kind of crumbling a little bit, as you can see here. Just little added details like this kind of bring it down. Makes it look a little bit more worn and decrepit. I am also getting really hungry. I need to inhale a couple of chickens. But this basically concludes the top part of the bridge. The sides still need some work, but honestly, I don't really have a design in mind. I just kind of want to get the basic shape down right now, which we've got. I mean, the bridge is here, and the bridge over there is here as well. So yeah, see, it all works out. I might go back through and add a little custom detail to those things, as well as actually one thing I should add to it. I'll get to it when I detail it. Is some mossy stone bricks too. I have some of those on me right now as well. But this is basically the build. I do need to add the path blocks in the ground here, but this isn't done yet. I still have a lot to build today, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of foliage. I want to get these two islands out here decorated up fully, so that they are done. Now, obviously, I got a lot to do on the mainland too, but I want to look over at these two islands where this path is, and I'll be like, yes, that is finished. So I think the best way to show all that is a good old-fashioned time lapse. And there we go. Check it out. Okay, now that was probably a little bit of a lengthy time lapse because those trees take a little while to build, but hey, they look pretty good. I kind of like them. All right, so we got the trees put in, we got the foliage put in, we got these islands basically done. If I were to add anything else, I might add like a little couple extra like ruin markers, kind of just sticking up out of the foliage and stuff. I think that might look kind of cool. But for the most part, this is done with the exception of one really important part, and that's the path itself. Okay, I'm gonna quick whip that thing out because I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight until that's done. You guys, I have got some company to deal with while I am making this path, so everybody turn your kids' eyes away right about now. Don't let them look. Don't let them look now. Turn away. Turn away. Don't watch. Don't watch. No. All right. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Ow. Oh boy, and when I said I was going to finish that real quick, what I meant was it's going to take like a half hour. But hey, I got it done. It is finished. Okay, so now the bridges basically are done, except for maybe some minor detailing on the sides. But check it out, we actually have a pathway connecting this island all the way over through here, all the way to the volcano. It's actually done. Holy cow. All right, so that means we've opened up a whole new world, and I don't mean that like Aladdin. A whole new world to the zoo here. That means we can start working on new exhibits over here. I'm pretty excited. That's gonna have to wait till next week though, because I'm thinking this is probably it. I'm thinking this is it. I know this wasn't exactly a zoo-y build. I mean, it was a zoo building episode. I built this and it's in a zoo, but it didn't exactly have a whole lot of like stiff, you know, like animals and stuff to it, but except for the giraffes in the beginning. But this was a necessary thing to build, similar to like the docks. We had to get this thing done, and now it is. So I think the next episode we're gonna be moving on to some exhibit, or next week we're gonna be moving on to an exhibit over here on the volcanic island. Ooh, it's gonna be exciting. What is that? What is it? Oh, that's just a piece of debris. I thought it was like a butterfly floating down. This is just the atmosphere that's in the volcano area. So, all right, you guys, I think I'm going to get on out of here. So if you did enjoy this, please go down and smash that like button. It would really help me out a lot. And thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode of ZAWA. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of this bridge. Let me know what you think of maybe any improvements. I am going to add some more like mossy stone brick and stuff into that, and some cracked stone brick in the future. Just it's getting really late here and I have to get to bed. Gotta work in the morning. So alrighty guys, thank you so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.